Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I guess I am properly audible and visible to all of you. So, I welcome you all to this session of Daily Current Affairs. So, many of you who are joining new or who are joining today, just to give you an idea, we are having a Daily Current Affairs session from Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. And we are trying to cover like 5 to 6 important articles which are relevant for your UPSC examination. So I welcome you all to this session, and in this session, the topics which we are going to discuss, the first topic is about India-European Union trade deal. It has been called as the mother of all deals. It is the most famous deal, not across India, it is the most famous deal across the world right now. Globally, most of the countries are watching to this deal. This has been hailed as the mother of all deal worldwide. Of course, it is the most important deal for India. It is the largest ever deal made by India. And even for European Union, this is one of the most significant deal. Now, at the same time, the second topic which we are going to talk about is the new Large Hadron Collider. Okay. We are going to talk about this Large Hadron Collider also, that what actually is this Large Hadron Collider, and we will also look at this one thing, like there is something called as Future Circular Collider. So we will try to take a hint about that one also. The third part, Greater Flamingos. We are going to discuss about this one topic, Greater Flamingos, what they are and what is their presence, where they are found, etc. Then we are going to talk about this gig workers also. This is one of the most repeated topics, and we are going to see that what are the opportunities and the challenges associated with gig workers. Recently, in the month of December, there was a strike called by some of the gig workers. They are also called as platform workers sometimes. So we will try to talk about these gig workers, and then we will talk about a prelims special article also. So this is one thing which we are going to discuss in today's session. Last day, I have asked you about this one thing also, that what is this Akash Tir system. So at the end of the session, we are going to talk about this Akash Tir system also. That what exactly is this Akash Tir system. This is quite crucial one, so we are going to discuss that. So let's start with some of the MCQs. Let's solve some of the MCQs first. First question, ISA, International Solar Alliance, was launched at COP26 in Glasgow. Any UN member can become a party to ISA. ISA aims to have 1000 gigawatt of solar energy in India by 2030. So here we have three statements with respect to International Solar Alliance. Welcome. B option. A option and B option. Okay, two answers as B option. So I think majority of people are going for option number B. A few answers says option number A also. Let's look at this. This was not at COP26. This was COP21 in Paris. This was there at COP21 in Paris. The first statement is incorrect. Any UN member can become a party to ISA. That is correct. But the third statement is incorrect. There is no such aim to have 1000 gigawatt energy. There is no such aim to have 1000 gigawatt energy in India by 2030. There is no such aim like that. $1,000 billion investment is there, but it is not about 1000 in India. Okay. Now, to here the correct answer will be option number only 1. Okay. Coming to the second part. Which of the following statements are correct? Hypersonic glide missile follow parabolic trajectory throughout their flight. India's LRASHM makes use of cryogenic engine. लॉन्ग रेंज एंटी-शिप हाइपरसोनिक मिसाइल. कल बायोटेक खत्म हो जाएगा. अच्छा, यू आर फ्रॉम प्रयागराज बैच. I think we have already gone through a significant section of it. So tomorrow we will discuss the remaining terms like stem cell therapy, cloning, and then we'll move on to space tech. D option. So here we have the first question. Hypersonic glide missile follow parabolic trajectory throughout their flight. India's LRASHM makes use of cryogenic engine. Option number D. So here also if you look at this is not parabolic path. You might be aware that it is following path like this. It is following a quasi-ballistic missile trajectory. It is not entirely a ballistic, not actually a cruise. So second part is also incorrect. It is making use of solid engine, not cryogenic. So here again the answer will be option number D. Consider the following statements regarding Suryastra. It is capable of launching all major ballistic missiles of India. It is based on precise and universal launching system of Israel. See Priyanka, right now I can give you one suggestion. Like we are having a Adhyan batch, and in that Adhyan batch we are right now going through like current affairs of January 25 to December 25 subject wise. So in our Adhyan batch we are going through the subject wise current affairs from January 25 to December 25. So in that we are covering all these parts. Like from January 25 to December 25. We have already covered more than 90 topics of science, and now we have just started with environment portion. B option. So here again if you look at this, it is capable of launching all major ballistic missiles of India. It will not be all major ballistic missiles. Why not ballistic missiles? You may be aware ballistic missiles are generally a very long range. It is for small tactical missiles. It is for small tactical missiles having a shorter range. It is not for all major ballistic missiles. Now, second thing, it is based on precise and universal launching system of Israel. So that one is correct. So hence the answer will be option number B, that is 2 only. Okay. See, if you are a new student, I know many of you are joining new. So see how we are solving question. Like suppose today we are reading some topics. So on the basis of that, in the next session, we solve some questions. So today if you are not able to solve questions, don't worry about it. Next day, in the next session, you will have questions on the basis of today's topic. So from tomorrow onward, you can solve the question. There is another part that is it for 26 or 27. See, it is important for those who are going for 2026 because you have to prepare the current affairs till March 2026 at least. And for 2027, again, this is where you have to start. You have to cover the current affairs from January 26 to March 2027. So for both students who are appearing in 26 or 27, this is an important topic. Okay. So now let's start and let's come to the most important topic. Not of this like the present day, not of the present day, not of the present month. This is going to be the most important news article of 2026. This is going to be one of the most important article of 2026. And that is the India-European Union. The India-European Union trade deal. It has been called as the mother of all the deals. But before we go into that, let's talk a little bit about this European Union. Okay. And if you look at the notes in these PDF, you can easily understand how you can make the notes also. Just by looking at it, you can get the idea that what you have to write in your notes as well. So here we have the first part. What exactly is European Union? This European Union is basically a unique economic and political union between 27 European countries. Okay. Not yet, Chandresh. Once it comes, I will let you know. Okay. So we are having a unique economic and political union between 27 European countries. It has a population of more than 450 million and a combined GDP of around 16 to 20 union 16 to 20 trillion. There are various estimates of it, but it is approximately 16 to 20 trillion. That is the GDP, combined GDP of European Union. It is almost like 4 to 5 times more than India. The combined GDP of European Union is 4 to 5 times that of India. Okay. When we look at this, it has been established in 1993 and this is operating as a single market. It is using euro as its currency in 20 nations. It has got 24 official languages. So same currency in 20 countries, 24 official languages. It has been for almost like 32 years now. Okay. So now if we look at this, it was created by this one treaty, Maastricht Treaty, which is effective from 1st of November 1993. There are many organizations which are part of it. There are many such organizations which are part of it, but some of the main of them are European Parliament, the Council of the European Union, and the European Commission. So there are three major organizations which are there: European Parliament, Councils of the European Union, and of course the most famous one, European Commission. So they are the prominent organization of this European Union. When we look at this organization, it has even been given the Nobel Peace Prize in 2012. So even European Union has a Nobel Peace Prize. Even European Union has got a Nobel Peace Prize. And some people have not been given that. I think you know who has not been given that Nobel Prize. Okay. So this has got the Nobel Peace Prize in 2012 for promoting peace, reconciliation and democracy in Europe. So that's why even European Union has got this Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah. Now, when we talk about its relation with that of India, when we talk about this, how it is related to India. So look at this. It is India's largest trading partner. It is India's largest trading partner in 2024 with a trade of around 120 billion euro in 2024. Okay. So this has got a trade of more than 120 billion euro in 2024. It accounts for near about 11.5% of India's total trade. So from India's perspective, European Union is the largest. It is the largest trading partner of India, 120 billion euros. Then if we look at the second part, it is the ninth largest. India is the ninth largest trading partner. So see this one thing. If we compare, like we have a lot of potential there in European Union. For us, European Union is the largest trading partner. But for Europe, we are the ninth largest trading partner. It means there is a significant scope of improving our trade with that of European Union. And see this one part. In the last one decade, India's trade with European Union has grown by 90%. In the last one decade, India's trade with European Union has grown by 90%. So this is one part. It has been growing. It has been growing significantly. So now this is one such trade deal which has been lauded not just in India but across Europe, across the world. And especially, now look at three things. On one hand, we have like India-US relation, Europe-US relation, and then India-Europe relation. If you look at in that trinity, if you look at in that perspective, India-US, India-European Union, And of course, European Union and US relation. If you look in that angle, if you look from that angle, you can understand that what is the significance, what is the importance of this relation, what is the importance of this India-Europe trade relation. Now the thing is, tell me one thing, do we have a trade surplus with European Union or do we have a trade deficit with European Union? Can you guess? Do we have trade surplus or trade deficit with European Union? What are we having? Trade deficit or trade surplus? Surplus, deficit. If you look at this, we are actually enjoying the trade, we are actually enjoying a trade surplus. See, it is near about 71 billion euros. 71 billion euros. That is our export. That is our export. And near about like 50 billion euros. Near about 50 billion euros, that is our import. So we are having a trade surplus of 20 billion euros, more than 20 billion euros with that of European Union. So it is a favorable situation for India also. In fact, European Union has been emerging 20 plus. We are not looking at the exact figures that we will see after the economic survey, but we are having more than 20 billion euro surplus with that of European Union. So this is something which is favorable for us. It is quite favorable trade relation for India. So now the thing is, what is going to be done now? Like, there are multiple aspects of it. So what is the benefit? What are the benefits which we are getting from this trade deal? See, how first European Union is getting the benefit. How the European Union is getting the benefit? Let us look at this aspect first. The first part is European Union is going to get like reduction of tariff on 90% of the goods. European Union is going to get a reduction in tariff on 90% of the goods. Second thing, wine duties, means the wine which is coming from Europe, there is a custom duty on that. That custom duty is about 150%. Now that will be reduced to 20 to 30%. It will be reduced to 20 to 30%. So massive reduction. The prices of the European wine is going to come down by almost half. It is going to become almost half of what it used to be. Then what you will see that the car tariff is going to reduce from 110% to 10%. Of course, there is a quota. There is a quota of 2.5 lakh vehicles. So 2.5 lakh vehicles coming from European Union to India is going to come at just 10% tariff. So European cars in India will have a massive reduction in prices. The cars coming from Europe are going to become cheaper and cheaper. Then we see that tariff is going to be eliminated on Airbus aircraft and processed food items. Many of the processed food items which are there coming from European Union, they will have zero tariff. Many of the processed food which is coming from the European Union is going to have a zero tariff. Okay. There will be 0% tax on most machinery and pharmaceutical products. Even for pharma products, the medicines, the various things which are there, it will have 0% tariff. Means the processed food, the wine, the vehicles, all these things are going to become cheaper in India. So European Union and the companies which are there, they are going to get more and more trade in India. They are going to get that access to Indian market. What India is going to get? India is going to have duty-free export for items such as textile, leather, gems, spices. So we are also going to have duty-free export, no duties, no custom on textile, leather, gems, spices. A duty-free quota of 1.6 million tons for steel. You might be aware we have a major challenge in form of carbon border adjustment mechanism. And carbon border adjustment mechanism was quite challenging for the steel sector. So now we are going to have a duty-free quota for 1.6 million tons of steel. So carbon border adjustment mechanism, remember that part. A carbon tax which was supposed to be imposed on steel industry. It was a massive challenge for the steel sector. So now they are having a zero tariff. Okay. Easier for skilled Indian workers to work in the 27 country bloc. So now the Indian people who are not getting the visa of US, or US visa is becoming costly, they have other option, European Union. They can work in the European Union in an easy manner. So for Indian professionals also, that is quite easier now. Then there is also going to be a dialogue on carbon border tax. Okay. So India is going to be treated like other European Union partners. So there will be a special discussion on this carbon border tax also. At the same time, there will be phasing out of tariff on arms and ammunitions among other goods. So our defense export is also going to increase. Yes, very good question, Kiran. Okay, what will happen to our motor companies? Now tell me this one thing. When we are talking about Indian motor companies, they have got a time of more than 30 plus years. What were they doing in the 30 years? If you are not going to become competitive at all, then do you need the protection throughout your lifetime? Our motor companies are not running from some small shops. They are quite much powerful companies. If you look at the motor companies of India, the major motor companies of India, they are quite much powerful industries. If they are not doing any innovation, if they are not improving their competitiveness, it is their fault. So for how long they want to have that immunity? This is a global market. Of course, you will have to compete. So on one hand, if you reduce tariff, then only you will get a reduction in tariff on your goods. So there is a like 50-50% match for both countries. We try to get a free tariff on those things which is our specialty. They try to get something on their specialty. So whenever there is a trade deal, there is a concession from both sides. There is going to be a concession from both sides. So this is one part that this has been called as the most historic deal. We have been waiting for it for more than 20 years, at least 15 years. Okay. So this is one part which we see. There are certain items which are not there, like chicken and rice, it has not been included. There has been no such agreement on government procurement of energy and raw materials. Now, there was a part of sustainable development chapter which was not accepted by India, and even the geographical indications, GI, there was no such agreement on this as of now. But now this is opening up a new chapter. This is the beginning of a new chapter, a beginning of a new era. Like this was something which was awaited for a long period of time. And with this deal, there is a chance that Indian industries are going to get a significant market in Europe. We were looking for a reliable partner, and getting European Union as a reliable trade partner can be said as one of the major achievements of Indian diplomacy in the recent times. Okay. What was Sustainable Development Chapter? It was more about green energy, green industries, etc., etc. Okay. So that was sustainable development. You know, European Union is so much fan of sustainable development. So many things are not possible in India as of now. So we have to look for it. Gradually with times, more and more things will be included. And right now there has been some signing of the deal. The details of it are going to be finalized in upcoming times. Like many of the parts will be like coming out gradually. This is one major deal. So only some of the announcement has been done. Now we'll find that many such things are going to come in form of editorial, in form of many other things in upcoming at least next 1 to 2 weeks. So we will be continuously looking at all those things. How this trade deal is impacting different sectors of India. How much India trade with USA? It is almost near the same. Our trade with European Union, our trade with US, our trade with China. It is almost near 110 to 120 billion. Okay. Now, coming to this part. So this was the first article. What is European Union? What is the relation between India and European Union? What is the new deal? Under the new deal, what are the some parts of it? You can consider it as part 1 of India and Europe trade deal. In the upcoming days also, we will be talking about this. Today we have got the first part of it. Today we have got just the first part of it. Many other parts related to it will also be added in upcoming days. Okay. So this is the first part. Now, coming to the second thing, Large Hadron Collider. Large Hadron Collider. So are you aware what is this Large Hadron Collider? Any idea? What is a Large Hadron Collider? First thing, it is a collider. This is a collider. So this is a setup. This is basically a setup for collision. It is a setup for collision between particles. Now, what particles are there? Which particles are colliding? See, this is a collider. A collider is basically an instrument, a setup where particles are colliding. Which particles are colliding? Proton, proton. Proton, proton. Two protons are colliding. So what's new in that? What's so unique in that two protons are colliding? There is a collider in which two protons, not proteins. Biotech has its own imprint on mind, protein. But see, two protons are colliding. So what's unique in that? They are colliding nearly at the speed of light. Okay, colliding with each other. Proton with each other at nearly speed of light. We are trying to achieve the speed of light. We are trying to achieve almost the speed of light, not entirely the speed of light, but we are accelerating them at a very high speed. They are confined in a loop. This collider, they are confined in a loop. They are confined in a loop of 27 kilometers. This is underground. This is an underground setup. This is an underground setup. And where this is present? It is present at France-Switzerland border. It is present at France-Switzerland border. So here they are moving in a loop. They are trying to gain the speed of near about that of light. They are trying to gain the speed of near about light and then colliding with each other. So why they are colliding? We want to study we want to know about the nature of the particle. We want to know that if particles reach that speed, if the particles are getting to that much high speed, then what will be the nature? What will be the impact? We want to study about that collision. We want to study about the existence of the matter. So for that very thing, we have this Large Hadron Collider. It is having magnets, super cooled magnets. The magnets are at a temperature of near about minus 271 degree. Like it is almost 1.9 Kelvin. 0 Kelvin is the lowest possible temperature. The lowest possible temperature in the universe is 0 Kelvin. And here we are using the magnets at just 1.9 Kelvin. So it is extremely low temperature. It is at extreme low temperature. We are having magnets, and using that magnets, we are trying to move protons. We are trying to achieve a speed of near about light, and then the protons collide with another proton. And then after we try to understand what is going to happen now. We are trying to understand how the particles have been formed. What are the fundamental particles? That is the aim of this Large Hadron Collider. Now, when we talk about this Large Hadron Collider, what has been its achievement? Like it has confirmed the existence of particle which is giving mass to fundamental particles. It has given rise to this Higgs boson or the God particle. It has confirmed the presence of the God particle or the Higgs boson particle. Okay. It is also recreating those conditions which are similar to the early universe. Okay. It is trying to create the same condition which might have existed during the beginning of the universe. So we are trying to have this like study that how the universe originated, what were the particles, how the particles led to formation of other particles, and so on. So this is one thing which we are trying to achieve, at this Large Hadron Collider. Okay. So that is also one part, and you can see India is also a part of it. There is also this one part thing that India has been granted the observer status in 2002, and it has also become associate member in 2017. So we are taking part in the studies. We are not making decisions there. We cannot change any policy, but we are an associate member. It means we can get access to the study which is being conducted by this Large Hadron Collider. Okay. So here you will find that it has got like India has provided critical high precision components, superconducting magnets, etc., etc. So India is also taking part in this Large Hadron Collider. Okay. Yes, that was one tragic news this morning. That one of the politician, a very famous politician in Maharashtra, died due to the plane crash. One curiosity question, how scientists found that 0 Kelvin is lowest possible temperature? It is theoretically also, plus at 0 degree, there is no existence of any energy, any measurable energy. So that's why it is believed that it is the lowest temperature. Higgs boson are a particle. Higgs boson are considered as a particle which is responsible for providing mass to any of the substance. Like proton is having mass, neutron is having mass. So how they have got the mass? They have been provided the mass by a fundamental quantum particle called as Higgs boson. Higgs boson has imparted mass to them. Okay. So now this was the one part, the Large Hadron Collider. So this is of 27 kilometers. There is also a plan that there will be creation of a 90-kilometer circular collider, a future circular collider near the same France and Switzerland border. Okay. So we are also seeing that a new future circular collider may also be set up near part of this France and Switzerland border in future. Okay. Now we have this one thing, the Greater Flamingos. So do you know anything about flamingos? Any idea what are flamingos, where they are found, what is their status, what is their IUCN status, what is their wildlife protection status? Any idea about flamingo? Any idea about this flamingo? When we talk about the flamingo, this is something which is most widespread and largest flamingo species. This is the most widespread and largest flamingo species. It is found in Africa, Indian subcontinent, Middle East and Southern Europe. If we talk about India, it is there all over India except high altitude Himalaya, east and northeastern India. So if you just remove the northeastern India, some part of eastern India and Himalaya, in the rest part of it, you will find the greater flamingos. Okay. They are preferring brackish and fresh water, but can also survive in saline condition also. Can survive in saline conditions also. So they can be there. Like in Tamil Nadu, you will find that greater flamingos are near the saline conditions also or brackish water also. You will find that this is the state bird of Gujarat. It is the state bird of Gujarat. It is least concern in IUCN, Appendix 2 of CITES and Schedule 2 of Wildlife Protection Act. Sir, it can be found in Khagaria, Bihar. It can migrate over there. It can go over there. But naturally, we'll find that in the western part of India and southern part of India, it is more common. In western, southern and central part of India, it is more common. But yes, they can migrate according to the season. Like it has been recently seen in the part of this Andhra Pradesh also. If you look at this, Tamil Nadu, they have got a greater flamingo sanctuary also. Last year they have got this greater flamingo sanctuary also in Dhanuskori in Ramanathampuram district. So this is also part of the Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. It is also part of this Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. So Tamil Nadu government has got this special Greater Flamingo Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu. So that is also one thing which was there in June 2025. They have got this Greater Flamingo Sanctuary also. So that is also one part which we see about flamingo. Remember one thing, it is a state bird of Gujarat, but there is a sanctuary in Tamil Nadu. Ha. Dekho Chandresh, you are from Gujarat and still you are not aware about this? How come? How come you are from here and still you don't know about it? So now we have this one thing. So Karnataka, it has come with this one thing called as Gig Workers Welfare Board. Karnataka has come with this one thing called as Gig Workers Welfare Board. Now, I think you might be aware that who are gig workers. Generally, when we talk about gig workers, there is one thing which comes to your mind. Okay. There is generally one thing which comes to your mind, that those people who are working as Swiggy delivery executives or Zomato delivery executives, they often come to your mind as they are the gig workers. But in actual, gig workers can be anyone. Gig workers can be very specialized software professionals who are working for multiple companies on small contracts. They can be very small, like they can be working on specialized projects even with government. So what we can see is that the gig workers are not just one type of workers. They are getting employed in multiple types of industries. They are getting employed in multiple types of industries, from a low skill level work to highly skilled work environment also. So there is no one type, there is no one scenario, no one industry. Almost many of the industries in the world right now, they are being done by gig workers. Now, yes, there is this one question, sir, electric appliance installation boy is also gig worker. Now, suppose that if they are getting employed by some agency or hired by some agency, you can consider them to be a gig worker. Like suppose that there is an electrician. Now they have enrolled themselves with multiple such platforms. There are 10 platforms which they are associated. And if they are getting a work on contract by those agencies, they will be counted as gig workers. But suppose someone is having his own shop, a person is having their own shop of electricity repair. So then they will be called as self-employed. They will not be counted as gig worker. Gig worker is a formal, or you can say that a contractual type of job. So not every self-employed person can be called as a gig worker. So when we talk about this, when we talk about the gig workers, you can see that India has got around 7.7 million gig workers in 2020-21. But by 2029-2030, this is expected to become near about 30 million. It is like 4.1% of total workforce. And the majority of them is in medium skilled jobs, 31% in low skilled, and 22% of them are in high skilled job. So normally when we talk about them and we generally assume that they are having low skilled, see this one thing that they are having around they are having 47% medium skilled jobs, 31% in low skill, and 22% in high skilled jobs. Okay. So this is one part, how many of them are employed in which type of work. Now generally when we talk about this gig workers, what are the benefits of it, what are the opportunities for them, and what are the challenges for them? So if you look at this, they have flexible working hours and autonomy. Although autonomy is something which may not be there for all the times, but still they have flexible working hours and autonomy. Now this is the most important part. There is a lower entry barrier for employment without formal qualification. Gig platforms, especially the platform companies which are there like Swiggy, Zomato, Uber or any others, many of them are providing employment opportunities with very low qualifications also. So it is like providing a very lower entry barrier for employment. So many people are getting employed because of this gig working. Then we see that it is leading to job creation, absorbing surplus labor from other sectors. It is also promoting digital inclusion and entrepreneurship. This is boosting services sector and urban commerce. This is also boosting services sector and urban commerce. Like you may be aware about this. There is many companies which are providing multiple services. Like if you don't want to go to a salon, and still you want haircut, I don't need it, I don't have hair, but still some of you might need it, some of you might require haircut. So in that situation, if you don't want to go out to the barber shop, if you are not comfortable with the type of songs which they are playing in barber shop, you want it at your own home. So then there are so many companies which are providing the gig workers there, who are contractual workers who can come to your home and give you a haircut. So that is one thing which we see here in the case of gig workers. On the other hand, there are certain challenges like income instability and lower pay. There is also one thing, lack of social security benefit like health insurance, paid leave, retirement plans. So we do have seen that in the recent times, government has been trying to promote the social security coverage. Government has been trying to promote, but still it is quite on the lower side. Okay. So then we see that arbitrary account deactivation by platforms without clear reasons. Many of them are getting evicted or removed from their job on a very short or without any notice. Okay. There is no formal employer-employee relationship, living workers without any legal protection, there is no minimum wage guarantee or collective bargaining rights. You may have seen that many a times, many such things have gone quite viral, quite famous, that some of the gig workers are working day and night and still they are not able to earn even 100 rupees per day. You may have seen that some people have been working for day and night, 8 hours, 12 hours, and still they have not been able to get even 100 or 200 rupees. They have not been able to earn even that amount. Okay. So this is one part. Health and safety risk. You might be aware that recently there was a direction from the government that you have to stop 10 minutes delivery. You have to stop 10 minutes delivery. You don't have to promise that. It is not that there is a ban, but you don't have to promise that. So 10 minutes delivery was recently regulated by the government. So you may see that many of them are working in unsafe conditions. So these are certain challenges also which are being faced by the gig workers. So why we are reading this? Because now there is a state government, Karnataka. Karnataka has come with a special gig workers welfare board. So many a times we are just looking at this one thing, that union government should come with this act, union government should provide this. But the social welfare is not entirely the job of union government. The state governments which are there, they should also take some responsibility. If the workers are working within their areas, they should also try to provide for some welfare measures. So we have the option of Karnataka, where we have got the welfare board. Okay. So that is our one topic. Okay. Yes, please ask your question. So 10-minute delivery has not been banned, but only ads have been banned. If there is still some ad which you are seeing, then that is a violation of the government order. Government has said that you cannot advertise it, you cannot promote it. क्या इन्हें लोन इजिली अवेलेबल होता है? लोन इज नॉट इजिली अवेलेबल टू मेनी पीपल. Loan is quite a challenging thing for many people, and especially for gig workers, getting a formal loan from especially a state PSU, from a PSU, is quite the challenging task. Some microfinance companies have come up, they are providing loans, but getting it from a proper formal source is something which is quite challenging. Now coming to this one system, Akash Tir system. If we look at this, it is India's fully indigenous automated air defense control and reporting system. See this one point, it is fully indigenous automated air defense control and reporting system. What it is doing? It is digitizing and enhancing the low-level airspace surveillance and control. So at lower level of atmosphere, they are conducting the total surveillance. If you look at them, it is developed by Bharat Electronics Limited. It integrates, manages and automates air defense sensor, radar, weapon system in real-time functioning as a mobile vehicle-based invisible shield. So what is this system actually doing? This is integrating all of them. That radar can give the signal. There can be an actual detection of threat. The weapon system can automatically engage. So if there is an incoming threat, to Indian territory, wherever we have got the Akash Tir system. So with the help of radars, with the help of sensors, they will sense the threat, automatically trigger the defense system. The weapon system will automatically be getting launched and they will be destroying the incoming threats. So that is Akash Tir system, a automated, digitized command center. Yes, it can detect. See, it is providing a 3D situational picture to combat drones, missiles, aircraft, everything. It can detect drones also, missiles also, aircraft also. For all of them, it can not only just intercept it, it can destroy them. It can detect, intercept, and destroy the incoming threats. So this is an automated defense reporting and control system. So that is our Akash Tir system. This is something which I have asked to you in the previous session. So whenever I am asking you to answer, I am asking you for some reason. These are some important topics which might be there in this year prelims exam. Okay. So I am again giving you this two questions. First, what is Schengen area? What is this Schengen area? And second thing, gold trans refers to what? Okay. So these are the two questions which you have to give in the comment box. Okay. So search about them, read a little bit about them in a little bit detailed manner, and then give answer for these questions in the comment box. Last class PDF has not been uploaded. Okay. I will ask the team about it. If it has not been uploaded yesterday, it will be done today. Okay. So don't worry about it. The PDF of the last class plus today's class will get uploaded by evening today. Okay. So thank you everyone. Take care and all the best. Thank you everyone.